Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Wednesday, February the 15th. It's good to have you with us today. We're going to find out about something that is fascinating to me. It's the CoMo Wellness Conference. And they are bringing in doctors who say you can reverse many diseases with your diet. I want to introduce you to ERIN BROWN.
Hi.
Good to have you here, ERIN.
Good to be here.
Did I explain that right?
Yeah, that's definitely a big part of it.
Okay. Tell me more about it.
Yeah, so we're having the first annual CoMo Wellness Conference here in Columbia on May 6th. Tickets are available on our website now, but we are bringing in doctors and a registered dietitian to talk about basically using food as medicine and how what and how you eat is so very important to preventing disease as well in as many cases as treating disease.
Now, you told me that one person totally reversed her MS with her diet?
Yeah, so
Now, when you tell me something like that, it almost seems like we're talking about quacks, but that's not true, is it?
No, and it's really pretty amazing. So Dr. Terry Walls is her name.
This is an MD.
This is an MD, yep, traditionally trained MD who had progressive MS, was in a zero gravity wheelchair, was told she would never walk again, was doing all the newest medical treatment and continued to get worse. And so started looking into things on her own, doing her own research. And then through supplementation and then a pretty strict diet change, began to see reversals in her disease. She now rides her bike to work every day. She works full-time in Iowa, and she travels around the United States as well as the world talking about MS and other autoimmune diseases and how the food we eat really impacts those, and we can lessen our symptoms at the very least, and in many cases reverse the illness completely.
Well, I mean, that really does make a lot of sense because what we put into our body is really what we are.
Yes, definitely.
And so many of us eat the wrong type of food, and a lot of the wrong type of food.
Or what we're eating isn't really food, you know.
Clarify that.
Well, you know, like
so much processed food.
So much processed food, things when you read the label, it's not actually things that we recognize, not ingredients, not fruits or vegetables or nut or meat, it's other additives or colorings or...
So the important thing is to eat properly. And if we eat a lot of fruits and vegetables with not much saturated fat or as little saturated fat as possible, we're going to do our body the best.
Yeah, you know, and I think that, I mean, that's one thing that we really wanted to convey in this conference is it's about eating good food and real food that gives your body the nutrients it needs to function properly. And so like one of our speakers who is an RD is going to talk about like what is good food, why does it matter, and where do you get it? Like what should you be looking for when you're looking to change?
It's interesting because our next segment our next guest on this segment is a registered dietitian.
That's right.
And she's over here listening to everything that you're saying.
Yeah.
So if people are interested in this conference, if they want to come, what do they need to do?
Just go to the website. It's comowellnessconference.com, and you can register there for a ticket. You want to do that before April 1st because then prices go up a little bit, but you can get your ticket there.
And how long is the conference?
It's a one-day conference on May 6th from about 8:30 to 4:30. So we'll have 2 keynote speakers in the morning and then 2 in the afternoon with some Q&As and book signings as well.
Are you going to have food there?
You can add food to it if you want. So we'll have Chipotle on site for anybody who wants to
And this
come
is
there.
going to all be real food, not processed
That's
food.
exactly right. That's why we went with Chipotle. We wanted people to have good choices there that
All right.
way.
ERIN BROWN, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
And did we give a phone number if people want to call? What's the phone number?
You know, the best thing probably would be to email us at comowellness@gmail.
Okay, or go to the website.
Or go to the website.
And the website is?
CoMoWellnessConference.com.
All right. Thank you, ERIN BROWN. Pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
Now we turn to a registered dietitian, Jennifer Bean. Good to have you here, Jennifer.
Good to be here.
Central Missouri Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. And what do you think about what she's saying?
I think that there's a lot that we can do with diet that is just now being undiscovered and being applied appropriately. So I absolutely agree with that.
And you agree with eating more food that is real food,
Absolutely.
fresh fruits and vegetables,
Absolutely.
not the processed.
Absolutely.
Now, what falls into the category of processed food?
Well, processed foods, what we as dietitians would like, and what the dietitian that's coming for this conference, for ERIN's conference, is that we're wanting to eat food as close to nature as possible. So instead of eating applesauce, eat an apple. Instead of drinking apple juice, eat an apple. And as you can see, there's stages there. So I'll do the same thing with
what's wrong
orange.
with applesauce?
Well, applesauce is all right, but it doesn't contain the skin, which is where we find fiber and probably a host of other nutrients that we don't really know yet that would give you more benefit if you were to eat the actual apple instead of necessarily applesauce.
Okay.
So eating foods as close to nature as possible, so whole foods. Michael Pollan says it best in his book, Eat Foods, Mostly Plants. And my caveat to that would also be, and move your body, because that's really going to provide us with the greatest health benefit.
Okay. Eat whole foods,
Yes.
mostly plants.
Mostly plants.
And move your body.
Yes. Drink
Okay.
some water.
And drink a lot of water.
Yes.
Right. Now, you were here, actually,
Yes.
you wanted to talk about how somebody can become a registered
how do I
dietitian.
know all this nonsense, right?
Well, I wouldn't call it nonsense, but how does someone become a registered dietitian?
Yes. So there have been some changes in the standards that education for dietitians have to go through and have to be held up against. And so one of the things that we at the Central Missouri Dietetics Association, Central Missouri Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics.
That's right, that's the new name.
That's part
Okay.
of it, yeah. I'm a bit old school. I remember the old nomenclature for that. One of the things that's important is that we are now becoming a master's entry-level position. So that means whenever students graduate, to get an entry-level position as a dietitian, they need to have a master's degree. So what we do here at MU with our program, we have what's called a coordinated program. So you have two options. You can go through a didactic program, which is traditional book work, and then you apply for an internship, and you may get an internship, you may not, you may have to wait a year and then get another one. And once you've finished your internship, which is a lot like student teaching, I think most people have a good idea about that, or apprenticeship, working underneath a dietitian for your internship, then you're ready to sit for the exam. What we do here at MU is we have a master's coordinated program. So instead of you going out and finding your own internship and having to apply and pay the money for that, we fold that into your book work. So you are learning it in the classroom, and then you go into the hospital and do, or you go into the clinic and do. Oh. You learn in the classroom and you learn in the food service operation, or you go to the WIC clinic.
Okay,
so
all right. We're out of time. You explained it very well. But if people want more information, they can contact Central Missouri Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics,
yes,
right?
Yes, at eatright.org.
Eatright.org. So eat whole foods, mainly vegetables, and move your body.
Yes.
That's what you're saying. All right. We're out of time for today. Tomorrow, Daydreams Foundation and the Jefferson City Art Club. If there is something that you would like to hear or see, I'd love to hear from you. Just drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu.